Alright, we're doing NPC Jam Part 2. So we're just gonna continue where we left off last time, which wasn't much, honestly. But, well, at least for me. Connor got a little more done than I did. So off stream, I did a little bit of work on redoing the proportions of my guy, just because I really didn't like how he looked. And I'm a little happier with him now. He looks a little bit less like, I guess, like overweight. He's just like a wide guy. So I got like better reference of him, and he's really not as big as I initially drew him. So I toned that down a bit, but I also had to like make sure he doesn't look like ripped, because he's not like some yoked
Yeah, he's
guy.
looking a lot like he's looking like full time.
So yeah, I might tone down the muscles a little bit, but it also is like he wasn't cut, but he did have like muscular, like structure to him a bit, and then the side profile, I think, is a lot more reasonable too. So I'm I'm thinking about trying a new workflow as opposed to starting out with low poly shit. I want to try doing. I want to just sculpt him. So I'll get like the general shape and then sculpt it out, and then I'll retopo that. That way, that'll give me. I feel like that gives me much tighter control on what the poly count is on it. Because going from this to like a high poly model, I feel like is a little bit more confusing to me, especially because I don't have that many good reference images. I just have the front and side profile. So I figure if I get the general shape from this and then I sculpt that to look a little bit more how I think, then I retopo that at a level that I'm like comfortable with. So maybe I'll retopo off stream, because that's really lame, but whatever.
Cool. Yeah, I'm mostly just gonna try and make a what I think is the ideal mannequin model, and then
Maybe in the
just
future, like base stuff off of that.
yeah, and I mean really just dress it up to figure out what the character looks like.
That's good.
I don't know if you watched those videos before that are like Pixar topology.
Yeah.
I think Moops has sent them as well. Um, that's this is the one that they always talk about for like the best deformations with regard to like how armatures work. You like you include a cape.
Oh, the like triangle shape.
Well, it's a thing that drapes over the shoulders from the spine, and then the rib cage is its own little area.
Okay.
And then you just like connect here and here, you know. That's a belly. I guess I didn't think about I should have been looking at this more when I was doing the legs, because this is a really great reference actually. I didn't realize. I have this picture
You
saved.
still have time to reshape
yeah.
shit for sure. So it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, like, so this matches from the front and side profile, but then like top down profile it does not at all, or the side. So normally I would go through and like just try to round it off like this, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just a less what's the word? Precise technique, I guess. I don't know. I guess it does work.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I think it is a good idea to start with like a basic shape and then cut it in half a lot of times.
I also
'Cause
do want to
it's
just try
fine
to
move
test out new workflows.
Yeah.
So I go into sculpt mode, turn on Donatapo. Oh, it just turns off the mirror modifier completely if I do that. I guess that's okay.
You can turn on mirror in sculpting.
Oh, so I apply the mirror modifier before I sculpt. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I like sculpting. It's a fun workflow. I haven't done it in a while, so I'd like to get some work done on that.
You want a cool modifier lesson really quick? Because this is something that I think we should learn.
Sure.
It is called Lattice. It's under armature, and it's a similar thing to an armature, but it's a lattice, which
I don't.
is
Okay.
a lattice is like a ladder of cubes, I guess you could say. It's how how all stone and metal atoms are arranged. It's like a lot of that's neither here nor there. Basically, you could cut it. You see how it like cuts into
Are you
this?
doing the loop cut?
No. So this, when you add a lattice under this
Oh.
green thing, it has a resolution. And you can use it to like bend stuff, basically. Wait.
Breaking.
Oh, whoa. Wait, I think I set it up slightly wrong. This is cool looking.
He turned into a garage.
Yeah. Man, I wonder what we could do with this. This is interesting to know that this is possible. Like turning something into this. I've never used it for this shape before.
I'm pretty thoroughly lost on this, so I'm just kind of
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
following your lead.
But once I could get a good demo going.
Okay. I need a Control Z before I enable sculpt mode actually and get rid of the seam. Oh, there's no seam. What the fuck? Why is it acting so weird? What the fuck? I can't, like, move this. I can only move it, like, up and down and forward and back. It's, like, locked on one axis. I can't move it left or right. The fuck?
Wait, let me see. Sorry. I can't see it.
Like, I'm moving my mouse cursor left and right now. And I'm on G mode.
Wait, oh yeah, there's no mirror. Is mirror on?
No. Oh, here. Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I thought this would be... What the fuck? Why did it do it again? Is it... I thought the... How do you scale a lattice? That's weird. You keep the scale on? Yeah, there we go. So basically, anything that's within the lattice can be controlled by the points. See?
Oh.
So if you have if you have it over the whole guy, you can do like, you know, like whoa, 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 or like he gets punched and it's like, you know.
Okay.
And it kind of works in a like a simplified IK, because you have like IK is, it has its resting position, and then it has the position that it's being forced into. And this is kind of the same thing, where it has a resting pose, and then this is just a modifier edit. I guess that's why I like it a lot, because it's super, you can like completely change the model and then just delete it or hide it.
Yeah, okay. That's definitely something to take into account once I have like a good topology on my guy. I could like tweak the proportions of him pretty easily. God, I forgot how like messy the sculpt tool can be. God, like the difference between these is way too much. I guess wireframe mode. Like when I do all, I can't see at all, and then when I have it here, I can't see the image at all.
Did you do the? You did Control Z, or did you do the opacity way?
Alt Z.
Do the opacity way.
What's up?
Go to the picture.
The picture's already at half opacity. Oh, it's not in the front though.
Yeah. Oh no, you can just put it in the front in the settings. I guess it doesn't matter now, but that way you could put it from different angles.
It's like exactly the same as when I did Alt Z.
Do in front. There's an in front setting. Yeah, you were there where it says front. One of them makes it so you can only see one side of it, and the other one makes it so it's always showing one side. If that makes sense. I guess it is also hard because it's white on white. Maybe put a checkerboard texture on there.
Maybe. I'm just.
Or, I think if you go to map preview, it might be easier to see. That's the second or third one in the like rendering above the little gizmo. Like the Z, like between rendered and unrendered modes, you know, the third one. You were there already. You're right there.
I'm
on the
kind
right
of
side.
kind of blanking.
Like, just go to, like map preview mode or something like that. The kind where you can see the yeah, the rendering modes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Sorry, I'm like zooming in. I'm trying to look at yours, but I realized I could just look at my own.
I can't. It's so hard to like select the image. Like I just click. I guess I have to click perfectly on the rim.
Or the middle.
Oh. See, that's not even working.
Oh.
There we go. I don't know. Whatever. So I'm going here and then.
I think if you did like, matte cap, maybe. Oh, you're on matte cap. So maybe studio is what you're looking for. I can't. It's a weird difference. I guess it's just a lighting difference.
Yeah. What am I doing?
Well, now I don't totally know.
Whatever. This is better still. Yeah, I don't think this, like, the side profile shit works in sculpting mode.
Previously on Spider-Man.
What do you mean?
Like, this is hard to, like, do the silhouette from here. Maybe I should be using, like a big grab tool. And then anytime I go to, like, clean up the corners, it just, like, changes the silhouette a ton.
I think you can do like something to make it
Spider-Man 2.
have like an outline. Maybe not in sculpting mode, but oh, I guess you can't control the outline. Would it be easier if it was like no opacity and a behind? Or do you want to be able to see?
Well, then I
through?
couldn't see the silhouette at all of, like, the guy, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Maybe if I make it emissive. No, because then I can't see the polys at all, huh?
You could have the wireframe on at the same time, I believe.
Maybe if I just do it in principled BSDF and then add an emissive. Whatever. I mean, that's already.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know how to do an outline material?
I don't know. Would that help?
It would show like you could see the outline of it, I guess. You know, like a toon shading outline type of deal.
How long of a process is that?
You just have to make an emissive material for the color, and then you add the solidify modifier, and then do a negative number, and then I think you flip normals, and that's it.
I don't know. I'll see. I'll just try to work with this. Because the main thing is I'm thinking I might just switch back to the poly workflow right now. I don't know, though. This seems... I guess that's an easy fix, I guess. But I don't know. It's ugly. It's got like that divot. That's not right, yeah. Yeah, being off classes feels weird. It's nice, but like, I keep like prepping myself for like, all right, I gotta do my shit for the day, and then I don't have anything.
Yeah.
So I was definitely thinking of starting up some like Unity tutorial shit. I'd like to get myself more acclimated to that.
Nice.
I was also bouncing around the idea. This is like the most boring content possible, but I was thinking if we did like programming jams.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Because I think the idea, I mean, I don't know, these aren't really for like entertainment's sake for the most part, but we do try, I guess.
Yeah.
We still try to make it a little bit. But I feel like a programming jam, it's like, what the fuck can you do to make that interesting. Like, that's tough.
Yeah, I think, I mean, there's definitely things you could do, but like it would probably be the effort is not needed to put in.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, not needed.
But yeah, I don't know if we could, like, even if it's not even streamed, like if we just work on, like if we just found a Unity tutorial that covered shit that we know we both are gonna need, and we just both go through it in sync kind of thing. Or at least, like, try to keep at each other's pace. Because I definitely, like, you've been doing really, like, good tutorials, like these like I feel like you're doing like outside of the box kind of tutorials that I wouldn't think of.
Yeah. I mean, not ones that I look up, just ones that are in this very good series.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, like, I would probably be more inclined to do just like, I'm sure there's just like some YouTube playlists of just like how to make a game in Unity, like that kind of level. I would definitely like to just start there. I'm not sure if I should do the arms as a separate object if I'm sculpting. That's kind of, I should probably do it all in one piece. I'm just trying to like layer on where I think like muscles would be and then like smooth it out. So you just overslept yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. We had like a streak. We went to like 2 weeks without any of that happening. It was crazy.
Yeah.
What is a elastic deform versus grab, I wonder? These kind of feel like they're doing the same thing.
I think elastic deform is supposed to stretch better or something.
Because yeah, at the end of the day, I can only use my reference so much, because a lot of it is going to have to be just me fucking with it.
Yeah.
That's one of the reason why I'm kind of worried about doing this workflow on stream now. I'm kind of realizing how much of this is going to have to be just me after I get like a general shape from the reference, but I don't know. Sculpting is kind of fun to watch. It's satisfying. Damn, I've made like a monster. Yeah, yesterday Dylan's friends came in and were like baffled by the idea of a standing desk. Like, they never even considered that possibility. It was really funny. Like, I was explaining it to one of his friends and he was like, so what are you doing, like VR? Like, what is this for? And I was like, oh, just playing games. He's like, what, you're playing games right now, standing? And I was like, yeah. She's like, what? Like, she's like, come on, it's just the desk. Like,
Yeah.
but I've gotten really like used to it. I'm into it. Like, I don't think about it as much as I thought I would, I guess. This is kind of a cool alien head I made, like, on accident. It's got, like, his eyes right here. And he's got, like,
I saw it as, like, a bat.
Whatever.
Sorry.
So I think Snakehook is the one that like actually creates Topo, and then Elastic Deform just like stretches it, because it wasn't like making new polys.
That's weird.
Elastic Deform wasn't.
I thought Dino Topo was just what made it do that.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's also true. Just like splitting his head open on accident. So I started watching season 2 of Fargo with my mom earlier, and for some reason Hulu just like I'm still using your Hulu, by the way, but it just like skipped a whole episode, and it also started us at the end of a previous episode before that. Like, I don't know what was up with that.
Oh yeah, it was probably just something like my dad probably watched.
Well, I looked at it and it didn't say any of the episodes had been like watched, which was like
That's
so
weird.
confusing.
He's definitely seen the show.
Okay, so maybe it was just not showing up.
Yeah.
That would be a definitely a good explanation.
Yeah, he likes that show.
I like season 1 a lot. Season 2 is pretty good too so far, but I'm more into season 2. I mean, I'm more into season 1. But I also haven't finished season 2, so it's not entirely fair.
I think I really liked season 2.
I'm
but
into it
I
for
saw
sure.
it as like a different thing.
Yeah, it's pretty different. It has its connections for sure, but they're definitely like their own thing. Dude, this seam is making like getting a face shape impossible. What the fuck do I do about that?
I don't know. Maybe there's a setting under symmetry.
I suppose I could just turn off symmetry at the end and go clean up everything. Or I could just ignore it. I mean, if it does look like a shitty shape, then I could just clean it up in the retopo, but... Ugh.
I watched Wayne play some like PS2 game, I think. That was really shitty, and I noticed that the like prison outfit that this like the main character goes to prison at the start, and the prison outfit is Boob. His number is Boob 8008.
Yeah.
And then I looked at his model and I realized like it's purely because the texture is UV flip or like UV mirrored, and they like everything about it was mirrored. Nothing about like he had 2 name tags.
So it's just like a cheap joke on the mirroring that they already had.
Well, like they, I ran into the same problem with the VHS tape where I only mapped half of it and just mirrored it. So I was thinking like, what could I write on this that actually I could write
Race
wow?
car?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Oh,
No, yeah, because R would still be backwards.
yeah. I
It's
looked
still
up the
race car's a
words.
palindrome.
I was gonna write mom because that fits, but
That's true. So
it
like
would have
when
been
it's
mom or wow or boob, but it's 8.
what is the word for that when it's uh red like that, I guess?
I
Like when the
forget.
letters
There
are
is a
also
word for
reversed.
it.
Because
I,
palindrome is when they're just read the same, but
yeah.
uh yeah. God, this sculpting creates some ugly shit. I guess that's just it's up to the sculptor. But yeah, I definitely want to brush up my like programming relative to gaming skills. Because I feel like there is like a slight difference. Just like programming for school versus programming for like a game.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I do think they help prepare for each other, but I still think they're two different skills that have to be kind of honed. So I guess I still don't understand normals very well. I'm kind of realizing. I guess normals. In my head, there's like a difference between like normals of like what way the plane is facing, and maybe I'm just thinking of two different things. But I guess what I'm thinking of specifically is like if you look on like what made me think of it was one of the swords in Biomutant. Like I could see the model very clearly, but like the way like the light was hitting it and everything was really
Yeah.
detailed and bumpy, but then like the model was just a flat plane. Like they didn't have the topology of all those bumps. So it's like is that like a roughness map, or like is that tied to the normals? Like I don't know.
Yeah. It's in Unity it's the normal map.
So is a
But
roughness map and
basically
a normal map the same thing? It's just like a different name for it.
no. A roughness map is just a map for just the roughness value. But uh the normal map like deals with the shader. So like the shader uh gets it doesn't like get the whole model and then do it. It just like gets the normals that it finds that are sticking out of stuff, right? So you can in between like the shading process or whatever, you can basically just like inject normal data in on like certain planes. So like basically you would like sculpt a really high poly thing and then you UV unwrap it, or no, how would you do it? You make a high poly thing, then you do a low poly version of it, then you take you take the UV map of the low poly one and you bake so in cycles they have a thing called bake. Actually, I don't know if you could do it with normals in Eevee. You might be able to because you can see the normals in Eevee. But basically, it just takes the data of all the face directions and maps it onto a picture that is then coordinated with the UV. So it's basically a texture.
Okay, and the texture just determines how light interacts with it rather than just like
Yeah, exactly.
where pixels are, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like I had the general idea of like a roughness map, I guess. Like you could just draw and then it'd be like a binary thing of like, you know, there's like 0 roughness here and then max roughness here. But just
Yeah.
looking at the biomutant sword, like I just didn't get that.
Yeah, I mean, and it would be both usually. Like ideally you would just save a roughness bake and also a normal bake at the same time, and then you would put them together. That's what people talk about when they say Pbr materials. That means photo-based rendering or something like that, I think. Or no, physical based rendering. But that's like where it all comes from. That's where like the normal map, roughness map, like principled BSDF is all based around that.
Okay. That's definitely something I gotta drill a little bit more. But I mean, is that even relevant if we're doing like a pixel art thing? Like, would you have a roughness map on a pixel art like low poly thing? That would be weird looking. It could be cool though.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't. I mean, if it's low poly, it's usually not dealing with realistic lighting. It would only play into water. That's something we would do probably, unless you want to do texture, which I like animated water texture, but that's a lot harder.
What does that imply? Like it's just like a plane?
Like Wind Waker,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean, like not clear water.
Yeah, that's cool too.
But yeah, if we did clear water, that's how they get like bumps on the sea in a lot of games. Not like Sea of Thieves, though. That's its own thing.
Yeah, I figure Sea of Thieves is like in a class of its own. Its water is crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking this is not going to be feasible for all of these jams. This might be too long of a process. Like, this is getting away from a jam at this point. If I have to do all this and then also re-topo it, fuck. Whatever. Practice. Yeah, we've been playing this dodgeball game a lot. Knockout City. It's
I saw that.
quite a good time. They give you like you can play the game for free for like 7 days. It's a full week free trial.
Nice.
It's very cool. I think I just ran out of it today, so I might buy it. fuck? Look, the seam isn't even lining up with the the x-axis. The fuck? How does that happen?
That's weird.
Mm. Yeah, I just looked at pull time the other day and like I'm still really happy with that model. Like I'm glad I have the original sculpt of that still. Cuz I would like to redo the little bit of it, like make him in a more proper T-pose and rework his proportions a bit. But like just that sculpt I feel like is still pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's surprising how first time around in Blender I feel like he did pretty well. Was that your first time? I feel like that was your first like
It was my
sculpt.
first like serious sculpt. I had like played around with it a little bit. That was my first time just like sitting down and fucking with it. And I just had like
Yeah.
muscle reference up and was just constantly changing it and like and I'm sure I could get to that level with this guy. It just took a lot of time.
Yeah, that's
kind
how
of-
I am with everything now. I've like I know how much time something takes, so like the stuff that I have made is only because I didn't know how long it was gonna take.
That's a funny way to put it, yeah. Now that you know, it's like, fuck, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah. Especially when you don't know how to do it. So it's like that first process is especially frustrating the whole time. So you just have especially frustrating memories.
Ready?
Did you say Freddy?
Ready?
Oh.
That's what Mega Man says. You got like you got a muscle that goes like right there. Like connects to like his pecs. And then you got like the collarbone. You got the shoulder. I gotta get the shoulder. And you got your tricep.
I gotta learn that stuff.
It's hard. So the tricep is like on the top. I'm doing that wrong already. That's like up here. It should be like... That's about the elbow, I guess. Yeah, understanding anatomy is like very helpful for this. Not that I do, I just know that it's helpful. I have like a general understanding of kind of the upper body muscles just from like drawing that kind of shit, but even that, I mean, look at these fucking pecs, that's already way off. It's more like down here.
Hey, that's starting to look like a guy with a shirt.
So yeah, my logic on this is definitely just to go like ripped first, at least for the arms, just so that I know what like the muscle structure is, and then smooth that out to be just like more normal. So I'm gonna bring up some reference. I still have the Hangler drawings. I look to those sometimes too. And then the original pull time drawing. But yeah, these can be helpful too for just like proportions generally, but a lot of the clothing is kind of covering it up. But yeah, this is what I was looking for.
I kind of wish that I had been more specific about like what's helpful for 3D modeling, like what angles are helpful.
Do you think you had a good understanding of that at the time? Like, you think you could have been more specific?
Yeah, I'd never commissioned, so that was the new process.
Yeah. So that goes like that. That like connects to the shoulder muscle. So there's kind of like a crease there. Elbow. Oh, there's like a bone going from the elbow like that. Is there? I guess. Yeah. I don't know if it would show up like that though. Okay, now I'll go to the front. God, for some reason, all of the Star Wars games are like this. Like, I couldn't get a single Star Wars game to run properly. They all were just like stuttery fucking messes. There were a few of them where I literally had to shut it off because it was like flashing images so bad that I was like, this is like, I don't want to put this out there. Like, this is dangerous. Some level of emulator jank I think is funny though. I think leaving it in there is sometimes kind of funny. You got like that neck muscle. I think that's fine, especially because I'm just going to leave his pecs at the level that they are, because he's not going to have any actual pecs detailed on the real model, so I think they're fine at the level they are. So yeah, I guess I just want to get that out of the way first off. Like, this sculpted model is not going to look very good. It's just going to have the general shape of a person, and then once I topo it, then I'll try to be more specific with it. That's kind of my idea. So hopefully that works out like I'm planning. See, I don't know how long we've been going. Almost an hour. Well, I guess we didn't start modeling immediately, but yeah, I don't know what the end state for this could be, because I'm starting to think setting a goal like modeling this day, texturing this day is not going to work.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to just work on it every day. I think we might have said that already, though. But still, yeah, I think the jams are just going to be like, hey, let's work on that guy. So not as good of a structure as the prop jams, but whatever. It is a little bit disappointing not having like a finished product to show every time we're done. But at the same time, like, I definitely feel like we hit a wall on the prop jams where we're like, I feel like we were both happy with our style, and I feel like we were both happy with what we were making. And at that point, it's like, why are we even doing it anymore? We gotta broaden out, learn more shit.
Yeah, I had an idea actually. What do you think about, I think maybe you had suggested this before about making a rust monument.
Oh, I don't
Just
think
like
I said that.
designing.
I think you
Oh,
might
really?
have said that.
Oh.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me to bring up that someone had done that, right? Like, didn't you show me someone had made Dome or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
doesn't sound
blending
familiar.
memories together.
Well, I was thinking we could try and make a monument. Basically,
Just like a whole
a
level.
I mean, yeah, it's just a level, but we use the monument.
So we have like a key card spot, like a where we put the loot boxes, where we'd spawn barrels, boxes, shit like that.
Yeah, and we use the props.
Oh, that's a good idea. So then we could make our own versions of all these rust props as well. Like make a barrel, make a crate, make a
Yeah, and
recycler.
then after a while, we could just turn it into something else entirely.
That's very true, yeah. Because at that point, it's like, it's not that hard to just swap out the card puzzle with like another puzzle and then, you know, swap out the recycler or something and just kind of like work
Yeah.
from there. We'd have to think
Like
about what we'd want, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking if we think of it like we're designing for Rust, then it might be easier to mentally come up with stuff. That would be a good.
Monument Jam.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing though. That's a level design challenge, I suppose.
I want to learn level design so bad. I want to practice that.
Yeah, we could have a little platform area. It could be like yeah, it could be like Dome.
Even though Dome is fucking baby mode now.
Oh yeah.
But whatever, it doesn't really matter. So now I will blend the super muscular sculpt I've done with the silhouette of the drawing I did. That's probably still going to be too muscular. I actually go to the bathroom. Do you want to leave it on your screen? Or do you want me to just hide the whole thing?
Yeah, you can keep it on mine.
B thing, I could just put it on your screen. Yeah, I forgot I have that. Okay, so I'll be right back.
I always forget in I guess I could just cheat off Trav because that starting to look right. I always forget our arms. Our arms horizontal. Our arms. I'm looking at my own arm. More of a tube. All right. Well, what about the shoulder? I guess there's a crease right. Yeah. Going from the front over. Yeah. Fuck all this. Terrible scaffolding. Okay. I want this. I mean, I kind of have it, but I want it to then turn into the shoulder and the arm. Where does it connect? It's like, okay, okay, okay. For reference, I am touching my own arm and feeling the topology, which is always ideal, I think. Um, so there's a thing. Wait, no. Oh. Wrong line. Wrong line. Wrong line. Over here. It's this one turns into like a shoulder loop. There we go. That looks real. That looks right. Something like that. And I guess I'm turning. This is the. These are supposed to stick out. This is the edge. And then where does that wrap around on my arm? My arm. It wraps around to. I guess technically it wraps infinitely. Like, because I can feel where it spirals off into my real arm.
This pizza's bringing me back to my days in New York.
Oh well. I gotta get. So I guess the back armpit, the back of the armpit is the more tense part. So this. Does this turn into the back of the armpit, or does this turn in? No, back of the armpit. Back of the armpit is the most tense because it's in between rib cage and whatever you call it, cape and arm. So I have cape. I need rib cage as its own. I guess is here. Yeah. Okay. It's this. This is rib cage. This is rib cage. An arm fits here. Back of armpit is here. Right here is where the arm and the cape and the rib cage all meet. Right in between. Right here. So I'm gonna branch. That's the cape. That's the rib cage. That's the arm. Okay. 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 So before that point, going above, it splits off into a try. Is that what it is? It's a try? Yeah. Wait. This is pit. No, this is rib cage. Ribcage, pit, arm. Are you back yet, Trav? So, shoulder. That's pretty good. Sort of a clavicle. Clavicle shape. That's actually clavicle pattern, maybe. But I wouldn't call it a full shape. Because it looks ugly. Because the shape looks ugly. Getting the Loomis mannequin. That's the whole. Right now, I don't have any character design other than that his eyes look like this. Oh, I can't do it here, actually. Yeah, I can. Oh, okay. He look like he I look like he I he I excuse me. He I Hey. I see you moving it.
I'm sorry, my mic was muted. I said hello when I came back,
Oh, okay.
but my mic was just muted. I wasn't trying to deceive.
I was getting self-conscious talking alone.
He
The eye look like this. He I look like this.
Oh, he angry.
He I look like this. In the version of Blender that I learned, they had a shortcut button for poke faces, and they don't anymore.
Just poke faces.
Yeah.
What is that?
Try it out. I guess you can't. Here, I'll show you. It puts a vertex in the middle.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I wonder if
Pokes.
I feel like I could think of some uses for that.
Definitely. I just used it.
So maybe we'll call it when I'm done with this sculpt. I mean, do you have any like landmarks that you think would be a good stopping point?
Nothing specific. No. I'm down to break.
Just whenever I get this sculpt done, I think that'll be a pretty good landmark. then I could at least feel a little bit accomplished about it, because I didn't feel like accomplished at all about the last one.
I think I'm gonna when we get off, I'm gonna set up my own OBS like setup
Yeah.
so that I could stream.
Because I was thinking, I almost did it. I was on the fence about it, but yesterday when you weren't responding, I was considering just doing like a solo one. But I wasn't really
Yeah, that
sure
would've
what I
been-
would do. Because I wouldn't want to work on this.
Yeah.
I'd have to just think of some other project to work on. But I think that could be a good habit to get into. Just any one of us just felt cool with just streaming every once in a while. I think each one of us, it would be ideal if we handle our own VODs uploading to the VOD channel, though.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
group
that's fine.
ones I'm willing to do, but like if you stream and then I had to download your VOD and then upload it to YouTube rather than having like the source file, that would be like a pain. So if you just
Yeah.
set up your OBS to record and stream at the same time. But yeah, that could be fun. So I'm
I
sure you
kinda
could
had
come
an
up with some
idea.
fun shit with that.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting until I had an idea, and I think I have an idea now.
I was also considering if we should do like game streams at any point. Whoa. The fuck did I do? But yeah, if we should do like streams playing games. Like if you did like a Dead Rising stream or something like that.
Hmm.
At that
Yeah,
point though, it's
I'd
just
be
kind of
down
like
with it, though.
redundant. Like, I don't know if that would really change anything.
Yeah, if anything, it would just give us more hours, more
Yeah, that's true.
like if, for that. Like we could do that for as like an achievement push, because I definitely play video games a lot during the day, and that could be streamed for the sole purpose of achieving those things.
Yeah.
I said buzz fatty nut.
This is funny, just like showing this and be like, hey, look, I made the I love refrigerators guy. Here he is.
His legs were blown off by a refrigerator bomb.
My mom says refrigerator. She's
I
like,
think I say that too.
it's like combining the shortened version of the word with the full word.
Yeah. The medium word.
Gotta remove the welcome to NPC Jam from the screen. Why do I always do that? That's so unnecessary. I guess I should probably do the fucking hands. Oh god. Don't make me do it.
Oh, one of the things that I learned in some tutorial a long time ago, but didn't really internalize, is something that I noticed in the Peach model when I was studying the Peach model. All the, like, how I said, all the textures are separated.
Yeah.
All the mesh is separated too. I guess the way GameCube works is by draw calls, so it was easier to split the model up.
Well, I know the PS1 was like that. I didn't know the GameCube was also like that.
Yeah, I guess so. Because they're all called. It was. I could open it up.
Yeah, sure. That sounds interesting.
But the thing that that I remembered is that the a lot of people when they do, I guess it was always like anime characters, they will make a mask first, either of like the whole face or like just the eyes first, and then the mouth as a second mask, and then put that onto a head.
The mask.
Yeah, a mask of someone's face.
Oh,
Like
like you
when you're
literally
modeling.
just make the face?
Yeah, you just start with like just a mask over the eyes. Like such that if someone were wearing that mask, they look like the character.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you meant like the production mask. Like that's like a process as well, like masking.
Right. Duh. I don't have the textures on, I don't think. Oh, no, yeah, they're here. Nice. So yeah, you can see this is the mask for the eyes.
Oh, weird.
And they also do like a shadow texture. The ear is its own thing, but it has like a mount, which is the neck.
Looks like Jar Jar.
But it's basically, this is the leftover stuff from if you were to make a peach mask, which is this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's just putting that onto the rest.
So you're saying it seems like Nintendo followed that same principle as what you were seeing on those tutorials?
Yeah.
Or I guess it's probably the other way around, but still.
I mean, and look how good this texture is.
Yeah.
Like from a distance, that looks like fucking geometry. Right here. But also, it's a way of getting like giving small areas their own. Like this is a full texture. Just
Wait,
this
do you think I'll get
little chunk?
Do you think I'll get DMCA'd for the fucking Power Rangers theme song?
I don't know.
It's the Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
I have no clue.
I'm just gonna mute it. I didn't even fucking consider that. That's frustrating. Can you move your screen real quick? Is it working? No, it's not. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, the textures that they have are it's really smart. Like on stuff that they want to look really good, they dedicate a whole texture to it basically. Like this is a whole texture. And it's spread out. This like dark yellow to white. It's on everything.
Oh, that's the same texture?
Yeah, look, it's just spread out. The spots are all there, and the white spot is like elongated on the longer ones.
That's pretty good.
And then this is its own. This is what is so strange to me. The blue jewels and the red jewels are their own thing.
Why?
Maybe for
just
reflections
keeping
or
everything
something?
separate. That's weird.
I think it was priority draw calls, maybe. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it's front, back, front. There's 30, 40, 62 pieces? Really? Oh, whoa, look.
What the fuck?
This is its
Did you
own.
just explode her?
Oh, yeah. Well, I just moved everything X and Y, but like, look at some of the pieces, like some of these details. I guess it's for shadows, like it's easier to draw an object.
Maybe each thing that has a texture is its own object. Like every texture is an object.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm moving them all around. But like, I think the reason some of these are split is like, this is one-sided. If it was on a model, it would throw off all the normals of everything, but like, this doesn't because it's its own object.
I'm just stumbling my way through a hand. This looks like every hand that that you draw in school. Like, this is how I draw hands normally. It's perfect. It's leaping right off the page. I think they improved the inflate tool since I've last used it. Because before, it used to have a problem with if I took like an object like this and inflated it, the backside would get like weird. Like it wouldn't handle that well.
I think I spend the least amount of time in the sculpting compared to anything else.
Yeah.
Maybe weight painting.
That's been true recently, but when I first started in Blender, sculpting was like a big thing.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like it's like somewhat of a crutch for me, maybe. I think it's just because if I understood how to like make a human topology better just off the top of my head, I would definitely prefer to just do it like you're doing it. I just don't have confidence that I feel like every time we've done it in a jam, I end up not super happy with the shape of my guy. So I feel like if there's something I can do to improve that a bit. Because I always reach these points where when I'm doing it, where I'm just like, what the fuck is this shape? Like, how do I do this? And like, in sculpting, it's a lot easier for me to wrap my head around like what I want, going between what I want it to look like and what it actually looks like.
I think I have a problem with scribbling, I've noticed when I draw. And I think that's, in general, I really benefit from just being able to like hold everything in place, I guess.
Yeah, I have a
Which is
very
like-
scribbly art style as well, so that's probably why I gravitate towards sculpting. 'Cause I feel like it's kind of just scribbling in 3D.
Yeah, I guess for me it's more like I forget what I'm doing like most of the time.
Oh, I see.
So it's like if like I'll just scribble and then I don't know what I'm doing, so then I scribble and then I ruin it. But with this, I can forget what I'm doing basically for like I could go like a whole minute of just like moving things around with no image in my head of what I'm making.
You're just cleaning up topo, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That's really what it is. It's like I get a little bit of a job in here, but not so much that it feels like a job.
I guess I just meant more that like when I draw, I usually do very like scribbly strokes. It doesn't really show on this drawing. Well, I guess it kind of does, but I just kept going over and over it again to try to make it look like clean lines. But a lot of the times when I draw, it's just kind of like all over the place. I had my art teacher ask me if I had cerebral palsy once when I turned in an assignment.
Oh.
Just super fucked up. Why would you say that to your student, fool? What if I did?
You just knew it was a good roast. You had to get it out.
Okay, clay strips. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just remembering clay strips having that issue. I don't think they actually fixed it. Damn, this is rough though. Oh, I can unmute now. It's really funny how much you take like simple shit like this for granted. Like I had to check like is the middle finger longer than the index? Like you would think that would be common knowledge for me, but I had to check.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was just saying the other day, I don't know, can't do the legs at all. Even now, like today I scaled the legs to try and fit it, but I bet I'll switch it back. I remember with the Crow Goblin, the like at the very end when it was all rigged, that was when I was able to like finally fix it basically.
Yeah, that's a good time to do the cleanup too, because then you can just like pose it and scale it and shit with the rig, and then just apply that. Like that's really cool.
Yeah.
This palm is way too big. Did you play Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door?
No, I've never played Paper Mario in a serious way. Only when I was a kid.
I never played the N64 one, but The Thousand-Year Door is like, it's a banger.
Is that the GameCube one?
Yeah, that's still a pretty fucking good game, I feel like. I kind of wish I played Mario Sunshine or like Super Mario 64 or something like that as a kid. Like I really don't have any nostalgic connection to that game, those games. I just kind of like respect them. But even Mario Sunshine, like I've tried to play it and I don't know, the controls are a little too dated for me right now. It seems like it'd be frustrating.
I played that when I was a kid. I had that, and it was I don't think I beat it.
From what I can tell, it's a really fucking hard game.
Yeah, it gave me a weird sense of Mario, I think.
Like an idea of his character.
I guess, but also just like I don't think I had played any other Mario games really. I'd only played like Mario Kart and Smash. Before,
this is what this guy's all about, huh?
Or well, wait, actually, now that I think about it, I had the Mario game that's not really a Mario game on the Game Boy Advance.
Mario 2?
Yeah.
Harry Potter and the fucking Wizard?
Yeah. Which so yeah, in general I was always very confused about Mario and like I didn't totally get why he was the headline guy, but I knew that there were a lot of games that I hadn't played, and I knew about Paper Mario. I'd seen someone play it on N64 when I was a kid. It was actually the same thing with Sonic, where like they were really popular, but I didn't have enough context for it. I had like one game.
I played Super Mario World like a ton when I was younger. That's still like one of my favorite Mario games, I think.
Yeah, I never did. I got
Me and my dad played that.
I got the N64 one on DS.
Oh yeah, I forgot they made that.
That was cool. That's when I realized like I do like Mario. Mario is cool. Cuz they had the they had the mini games.
In Mario 64?
Yeah, in the DS version, they had all these touch mini games. They had a casino, and
Oh,
Luigi
yeah.
was the guy who would give you the cards.
The dealer?
Yeah, yeah. Luigi was the dealer, and they had one game where it was like you just pick a flower, you pick petals off a flower, and you take turns with the AI, and then it's just like loves me not, and then at the end Yoshi cries.
Like regardless.
No, I think it's only if you lose, but it's just a bizarre. It's a counting thing or something. I don't even know how you'd go. Do you want to go first or second?
And then that
When you
determines
look
if you
at it.
win.
Yeah, exactly. But they had really good. They had some good actual casino games in there, which was cool as fuck. Because you could just like, it's like GTA or something. You could just like go to the casino,
Yeah.
go back into Mario, get a star, go to the casino. But yeah, I only knew of Mario from Melee, really. Because I remember seeing Baby Bowser in in Sunshine. Or wait, no, this wouldn't make any sense. Never mind. Basically, I remember going like, "Oh, that's Bowser Jr." But I wasn't he like, what? Isn't that his first game?
Well, Baby Bowser's in Yoshi's Island, I think.
Okay, that's where I would have known him. I liked those games when I was younger. Those were cool, but I didn't own them. I just played them at other people's.
Hey everybody, the Bong is back. Let's play Yoshi's Island Part 44.
I remember thinking it
Let's
was
go
so
to the last
advanced that you
This
could
is epic
float.
King Bowser's Castle. Very original name, I know. Maybe we're making my best.
What? I just found a Let's Play from 2009 of Yoshi's Island, and it's at like 2 times speed for some reason. I thought I did it, but it's not. That's just his videos like this.
Go.
Ah, Bowser in his infant glory before he rose to evilness and superstardom in the Mario universe. His first cruel defeat, too, at the hands of Yoshi.
There are 4 different paths you can take, but don't worry because all 4 of them you can pretty much get all the flowers and all the red coins anyway.
Someone commented this a month ago
Number 2 it is.
and just said thanks.
Okay, you can do number 2.
So is this Baby Bowser like the character we know, or is this literally... Yeah, okay, it is.
I could also just be completely misremembering my own like childhood for video games. That's like a very easy thing to forget about, I think.
I mean, the main reason I knew off the top of my head really quickly, just because I remember the Baby Bowser in Yoshi's Island. That's so good.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island is great.
I thought about the fact that I don't have like access to that Cheap Shot Prod channel anymore, and that kind of makes me sad. Because I feel like there might have been some videos I like privated or something that I've completely forgotten about now. I really want to get in there and check it out.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
So I remember I made like a really fucking awful video, and it was like, right after I made that video that I linked my channel to our art teacher to try to get into digital multimedia. And I'm pretty sure she watched it and was just like, oh fuck, this is so bad, and then like didn't let me in.
Oh, you weren't in that class?
Well, I was in it the second year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what pisses me off, though, is like Clayton didn't even write a letter. You're supposed to write a letter to like say why you deserve to be in that class. Clayton enrolled in the class, didn't write the letter at all. Sent her nothing, and she got in. I wrote this long ass letter going through all the history I've had in like video production and how fun it would be to like learn the specifics, and I gave her references to like shit that I had made, and I got rejected. Like, I'm still so salty about that. But it must just be because of that awful video we made, because it was fucking bad. It was like me and Ethan Perky.
Oh, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, there was a period of time where like he was at my house all the time. My house was kind of like that. We would just have like, I don't want to call this is no disrespect to the people, but like essentially like strays, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we would just take in people for a while that would just like live with us essentially for a big chunk of time, that were just like my friends that were just like going through shit at their home life or whatever. And then they would just kind of drop off, and Ethan was in that camp where it was just like for a while he like essentially was just like forced to be my best friend because I just didn't fucking see anybody else. And then he just stopped coming over, and it was just like, okay, that's over. It was bizarre.
I don't know what I would have put in.
What do you mean?
For when I was in digital multimedia.
I mean, I'm sure most people probably just wrote like, it seems interesting, and I have a passion for it, and I want to learn about it, and blah 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 blah. And I imagine a good handful of people probably had the same as me, where they had like shit they had made, you know. I just don't know why it, like, even if the content was bad, like if we were making fucked up jokes or like just whatever, like you could still see that we have production experience. I don't know. Just the fact that Clayton wrote nothing and got in is like the main thing that makes me mad. Isolated, just her rejecting me is like, whatever, fine.
Yeah, it could have been full.
Yeah, so Clay got to take it 2 years in a row, whereas I only got to take it once.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I suppose that's why I'm kind of salty about it, because I could have taken it 2 years. God, hands are so fucking hard. The Avengers. That's kind of like a meat chunk right there. just this fucking hot dog finger, man. I don't know why I can't slim this finger down the way I'm trying to. I should just try to deflate it. That's better. I think next time I do a pass, I'm gonna remove this one. This one is pretty funny, but I think I've seen it enough. And that song is kind of annoying. Okay, that looks like a fucking finger. I kind of want to just copy and paste it, but that doesn't really work in sculpting. I couldn't just like mesh it in there. So whatever. I love refrigerator. I found a video with like a little bit more content of him like walking around and talking more, and he talks so much more normal than I would expect. Like in the video when he goes, I love refrigerators, like I feel like I just imagine that's just how he talks for everything. But like he was just like, hi, I'm here with dynamic appliances. Oh, okay. I love refrigerator. But he also does this for a lot of shit. There's like, he goes like, I love good dishwashers. There were like a ton of variants.
Oh, good.
Oh, I just realized I've been on your screen for a while. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
This is pretty creepy looking.
Looks cool.
Very scary guy.
Is that the Vision's voice? You haven't watched WandaVision yet, have you?
No.
It's worth a watch. It's pretty fun. Definitely falls more into the more like fun Marvel stuff rather than the more like taking itself too seriously stuff. But it does have its like serious moments for sure.
Hmm.
And it still has its problems with like following the formula a little too closely at times. But, you know, still fun. And it does have like its effects on the MCU, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I don't know why, but I feel like I'll end up just watching it all at some point.
Yeah. It kind of just fell on my lap at one point where like Jason and I were just like both really bored with our like, I think we were both waiting on something to happen. I don't remember what it was. But we were just like, fuck it, do you want to just like watch WandaVision? And he was like, all right. So it's just got to be like a perfect situation like that. But yeah, I was thinking, with the way I have this set up now, I could flip the webcam around, I guess. But like, if I got rid of this desk, I have like a pretty fucking good VR play space in my room now, I think. Like, that would be so sick. If I could do VR here.
Oh yeah.
This was meant to be like a temporary setup, because I was going to move this to my dad's. Move the desk to my dad's, and then maybe get one for here as well later. But I'm kind of getting attached to this. I don't know. Okay, I think I might be done with the hands. At least for now. Especially because in Retopo I'll do a lot more. I'll do a lot of the heavy lifting there. Actually, no, I gotta work on this a little bit. Have I talked about how I'm kind of like preparing a gaming gauntlet for my mom?
Yeah, kind of. Just that you downloaded a bunch of games for her.
Oh yeah, we haven't actually started on it yet, so I guess I don't have much new to say. But I was just going through my library, just trying to pick shit that I think could be interesting. You know, kind of help her along that. Because she's about to have a bunch of free time from school. She thought that would be a good way to spend some time. And I definitely don't want to, like, scare her off of it, but I also do think there's a lot of cool shit she could get into that she might not have given a shot before. Something looks off here. Actually, I'll be right back again.
really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He can probably beat Superman.
Shut up. Boy, he sure is my hero.
And I'll take a giant spicy fries, giant vanilla frosty, and cherry pie.
A junior chunky burger, curly fries, and a large chocolate frosty, please.
I'll have a chunky garden salad, ginger soda, and a lemon pie.
Well, here I am, with the girl of my dreams, Sunny Funny. Boy, she sure is beautiful today.
Next, please.
Water.
Here it is.
You gotta do what?
I gotta believe!
Right. Ready. I'm working in the flea market so early. I've been working here since my mama was a baby. Just because the rhythm is slow, that don't mean that you can't flow. In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
Remember, strike it rich, the key is love. Save everybody from way up above. I can sell a bottle cap like this.
I will try to sell a cat like this.
I can sell a bottle cap like this.
I will try to sell a cat like this.
I never dream it would be like this. I am the number one ruler of the seven seas. The skunk over here will bring you luck.
The skunk over here will bring you luck.
The pump over here comes with the truck.
The pump over here comes with the truck.
Oh yes, I had a lot of fun. I meet a lot of bucks and now I'm on the run. In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
Let me tell you something that I never told you before. Listen this. I have never sold everything.
I have never sold everything.
You have never sold everything.
You have never sold everything.
Money is all you need.
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 Your father's gonna be very proud of you. Let me know if you have another flea market. I will help you, or you will help me.
You got that right, teacher. Thanks a lot.
Okay, I'm back. Fucking Parappa. How long's Parappa been going?
Maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay. Starting to think I might want to revisit Parappa and record some new songs and remove this one. I had, I don't remember which part it was, but I had one part from Parappa stuck in my head for like 3 days.
I
because
did
of
too,
this.
actually.
I
Like
don't-
the last couple days.
I don't remember exactly which line it was. I'm sure. I think it's in. I think it's in this song. It's the chameleon. It's one of his bits. I think it's just from his song. Actually, I don't think it's from this.
Mine was from this, or I don't know if it's from this one, but I just kept remembering the part where it's like step on the gas.
Oh
Step
yeah.
on the gas. I mentally just do it wrong in my head. It's so good that like if you just like button mash, you know, it's just like step on the gas. Step on the gas.
No, I'm wrong. It's this part. This was the part that was in my brain.
Oh, yeah.
Like crazy. Yeah, that. It was like a problem for me. Like I couldn't fucking sleep. It was like assaulting me. I have problems with that sleeping sometimes where my brain just like, I guess that is relatively normal, but I don't know, it's like insomnia or something, but it'll just like get an idea and then just fucking drill me with it over and over and over. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, stop thinking. Nothing but it. Okay, I think this is fine. I'll move on to the legs. I'm trying to think, was it last summer break that we recorded Whippy 3 and 2? Or was that when we were editing it?
I don't remember now.
Because I feel like last summer I remember having like a project I was working on.
It was probably that.
I think it was probably editing it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's been a while since we recorded it. There was a big gap between recording and editing. Yeah, I definitely still think like a legit video game adaptation of that could work pretty well one day. I was also thinking... Oh, sorry.
I was just thinking about our Gmod adaptation.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
I think we could actually make that work, I feel like, in... Like, what if we just make that in Unity, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that was my suggestion near the end, I remember. Because it would only have been... It would have been easy if we were Gmod people, right? then it would
Yeah, I
be-
think it might be easier to do it through Unity almost. The only thing that would be hard
Yeah.
is figuring out the networking.
Yeah, that is hard.
Crack, crack, crack. But yeah, like if we're just trying to, I don't know, I guess just because now that we have a little bit more like assets and shit made, like I was thinking of just using all the Gmod shit, but like I feel like now that we can just kind of make our own shit, we don't really need to do that. And then there's just kind of like the ease of, I guess the biggest argument in favor of Gmod now is just the ease of networking. Because otherwise, like, we don't need, like, this library of assets really anymore. We can kind of just make our own shit like that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it would be good to. I was thinking like just trying to figure out, even in the simplest way, what a card, like what's the best way to do a spell or something, you know?
Yeah.
I think we just gotta come up with a system.
Yeah, because
of
in
some kind.
Gmod it made the most sense to me to make it just a weapon. But,
Yeah.
like,
But that's
if we're
just,
doing it from the ground up, like our own system, it could be anything.
Yeah, I mean, even then, I don't know how to do weapons, so maybe that
Yeah.
is how to do it.
I want to load up Sonic Adventure 2 and play Pumpkin Hill Zone for one of these. Just like stand in that level. The song's funny. I think I'm just gonna put it on.
I'll never have the right version in my head. There's a correct version, but it's not the one they play it in Sonic.
Yeah.
You know me, the fighting free knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know
It's just so funny that they were like, this is how we want to characterize Knuckles. The great emerald's power allows me to fuck.
This one.
This is looking like a Titan, I feel like. He got married? The way he pronounces that word is weird. Do they have subtitles on this? No. He goes, a ghost tried to approach me and got married. I don't know what he's saying. I'm assuming
it's
buried?
Leary.
Oh, Leary?
Yeah.
Ghost tried to approach me, he got Larry. That doesn't go that hard, Knuckles.
He got Larry.
That's one of his alternate, like, personas.
Yeah.
The great emerald's power allows me to fuck. It's just like a hard ass like, but just rapping about scaring ghosts. Like he's so scary that he's scaring ghosts.
Yeah, all the
Why is it
all the
ghosts?
ghosts are listening to this song.
It's just shook. It's like a ghost diss track.
Yeah.
Pac.
Believe. I gotta get that. Just that audio.
Keep it going, I'm Knuckles. I just muted the Mippy Medium and I'm just listening to Pumpkin Hill Zone now. I don't have enough Sonic content on these. I think it's just because I haven't done like Genesis or GameCube. E3's coming up kind of soon. It's a little exciting.
I don't know what the... I'm not anticipating anything, really.
I feel like that's kind of the best E3s. When they just fucking, like, surprise shit like that. But it also might just be because not a lot of shit is really coming out, though. But, I don't know, I feel like it's been long enough that, like, people have figured out their, you know, their new world workflows. So we should get some, what's it called? Some announcements, I feel like.
Yeah.
What's like the, I guess you probably don't know either, but I wonder what the, like, motivating force of this game is. Like, what does when they come mean? Like, what is Parappa prepping himself for? It seems like he has some call to action, and then he, like, goes to all these people and they, like, teach him lessons. Because I gotta just play the game.
I would guess it's like when they come to your birthday party.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like something's happening.
There's an
Like
invasion.
he's gonna see his friends. Because I thought the whole thing was just getting Sunny to like you.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe she's coming to the party. It's so funny going from the drawing's proportions to seeing it as a model. This is so, like, this is really good, I feel like. It's, like, obviously really bad proportions. Like, it's not right, but I really like the way it looks.
Yeah,
And it also is not accurate to I love refrigerators guy much. But I just like the visual of this proportioned guy doing the walk and then like leaning. I love refrigerators. It would be so funny. I think I might be okay with this. Maybe, I mean, just do a few more passes on it.
Yeah, I'm down to call it. I feel like I got a good start on the face, good start on the body, good start on the pants. I feel like I've done this mannequin practice so many times though. Every time I kind of understand better, but I don't know.
What if we did like an E3 stream?
That could be good.
That's a very like streamer thing to do. Just
Yeah.
like watching E3 and like reacting to it and commenting on it and all that. 'Cause I love watching E3 as much as like it has such good just like cringe, but also then like actual real hype. Like it's so funny the like ebb and flow of it where you're just like, oh, this is awful, and then just like, yo, let's go. Like, it's fun. But yeah, I think I'm a lot more happy with our progress on this one than on our last one. But look at this dopey motherfucker. So yeah, I think I'll call that. I mean, obviously it looks like shit. Like the topology is completely awful, and he has that seam still. But
Oh, you got the shape. You
yeah,
got
I
a
have
complicated shape very quickly.
I have the shape down within like 2 hours. I got the shape, which is pretty good. And then, so tomorrow when we come back to this, I'll start retopo maybe, or should I do retopo off stream? Because I feel like if I do retopo on stream, I might be like way behind you.
Well, we'll see.
Because that's gonna take a while. But just for like the sake of the stream, I guess, just explaining what retopo is. You can see here that like there's a fucking billion polys. Like if you look at, I mean, there's what, like 200k, 150k polys on this thing, which is like not usable for a game. Like if you could even see, if I go into sculpt mode and like use the rotation tool. Let me try to find a good like. How do you use the rotation tool to have like a longer arm? Like how could I make it do the whole arm? Do you know? I usually just zoom out, but
pose. Oh, you're on pose. I think.
Oh,
you have
I guess
to
like that.
You make the radius really big.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that didn't really make my point at all, though. So whatever. I guess I do have a 3080, but whatever. But the idea is generally that manipulating that many polys at once is just kind of like not good for computers generally. You can see it here if I do it like this. Like it kind of chugs a bit when I do that. So the idea is I go over it. I do a second pass now that I have the shape of just taking like, essentially just taking like a plane like this and just tracing the shapes that I've made to make it a lot cleaner, smooth loops. So there's a lot of tools you would do to get the specifics of it, but the idea is I'm just going to kind of do like that, you know, so you can make a line with that. I'm just going to do that, but it'll be like vacuum sealed onto the model. And I just go over this whole body and create these loops of where movement will be very common, essentially. And then I fill in those loops, and it'll be lower poly, and it'll also look good, look a lot better when it's like in motion, and it'll run better. Like, there's a lot of benefits to doing that. My problem is just if I should do that on stream or not, because that is a very tedious process. But it also is kind of an important part of it. Like, if I did a time lapse or something, just skipping from this to a completed thing might be
That's
weird.
true.
I don't know. That is, oh, I think I see what you're talking about with the shadows thing too. Like, look at, I just kind of, if I just go like that, and you could see like a pretty realistic like shadow being cast. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this amount of polygons is ridiculous. Okay, I mean, we could call it there then. So today we both got our general shapes down a lot better, which is good. So I think tomorrow, I think I'll just do the topo on the stream. Fuck it, whatever. So tomorrow I'll re-topo my now sculpted model. Connor will make further steps progressing his thing. Most likely, do you think you'll finish your like general shape tomorrow, or do you think?
I could see it being 2 more.
Yeah.
Or 3 more even. I didn't do hands. Hands could be a whole thing.
That's what I'm worried about. I guess that's why I'm not sure if it should be something I'm worried about or not. Because I'm thinking, like, if I re-topo, it's going to put me behind a lot. But also, I feel like after I'm done with topo, I'm just done with the model. So, like, that's skipping the whole phase that you're going to be stuck on this whole time. So maybe we'll end up around the same area. But whatever. I mean, it's not a huge deal if we're a little out of sync. But yeah. We'll end it here then. E3 is next month, like the 15th.
Oh, okay.
So it's not too soon, but we still got a little while. But yeah, I think I'd be down to do a stream for that. Just because also just having our reactions to all this shit, like, saved would be kind of funny. Especially if I just, like, shit on something and then end up hella liking it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Funny just to, like, goof on myself. But yeah, I think we could end it here. Tomorrow we'll be back finishing up our guys. I'm doing I Love Refrigerators guy. Connor's doing Hide His Eyes guy. And that's that. I'll see you tomorrow. Say goodbye to the people.
Wait.
Bye.